Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode journey. This is the F2 season. We're at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix, and with rain forecast in this qualifying session, I'm not wasting any time in getting out there, so I want to get this lap done. If you haven't seen the last installment from Spa, I urge you to check that one out before you check this one out. It was a massive race-long battle that went down to the last lap, and I assure you, you would enjoy every second of watching it. But now we're at Zandvoort. We've got 3 rounds to go, so we're approaching the end of the Formula 2 season. We got a nice lead in the Drivers' Championship, so we do have a little buffer if things go wrong here. But we've got to try and stay consistent in order to keep that championship lead. Right, here we go then, to our qualifying lap. There is a driver coming out of the pits, but he shouldn't be bothering us. We've now got a little right-hander here. I love driving around this circuit. It is such a fun challenge. Oh, hitting that curb a little too hard. We had a little wobble there, but nothing major in that. And it's a purple middle sector, so we've nailed that middle sector. We've got one more sector to go now, and you know what, it's looking pretty good, isn't it? Now into the right before the banked corner, and this corner genuinely terrifies me sometimes, but round the banked corner we go. What is the lap time going to be? Is it good enough for pole? Yes, it is. And there we go. It is another pole position for us. Another 2 points. And I tell you what, racking up these qualifying points, they do add up. They do add up. Because now we've got a 41-point gap in the championship. It's going to be very hard for the other drivers to catch up. Right, sprint race ahead.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit. And we welcome you to the Formula 2 commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one is Mr. Alex Brundle. And we've got this format in Formula 2, Alex, where the top 10, they get reversed from qualifying to form our grid. So the mid-order in qualifying now become contenders for the win.
Well, you've got the grid reversed, giving some drivers who wouldn't normally get it the opportunity to take a win or a podium home.
P10 for the sprint race, and with it all to do, what can we do? Here we go. 15 laps of Zandvoort. And that begins right now. And it's a very decent start that everybody seems to have got. I'm moving to the outside because that is where the opportunities will come for us. And it seems that they are, because we're going around the outside of Johan de Ruvela, nearly making contact with him. But thankfully we keep our car undamaged, and we now go to the high side of the banking. As again, that's where opportunities can come to us, and we tap Hauger, who was very sideways out of the banking. I'm really not quite sure what happened there, but he was sideways as he came out the corner, and Hauger going quite slowly round the right-hander. He's backed up by Victor Martins, he's backed up by Pourchaire and Benavides. So, when will the opportunities for overtaking come? We have got 2 DRS points here, and this is the first one of them, but no DRS for 2 laps. And I'm trying to make out who that is in the lead. I can't see from here, though. Out of the banking to end the first lap, it's Cordial who's leading this race. Okay, that's surprising. But Cordial's got a great chance at a sprint victory here. Meanwhile, we get ever closer to Dennis Hauger, and it appears that he's just being backed up a little bit here. I'm going to try the high side of the banking again, because there are ways to get past there, but it's not quite happened again. So Hauger holding on to the place, and actually de Ruvela getting close to the high side, not having as much benefit as I thought it would. We got a yellow flag. Why have we got a yellow flag? I think that's Benavidez blowing up. That is Benavidez blowing up. And I had to react to that so fast because we nearly went into the back of Dennis Hauger. And I think Benavidez has caused something of a traffic jam. Riding on board Frederick Vesti as we watch our leader, Amaury Cordeel, coming in. Someone, he's locked up. He's gone wide. And he's lost 3 places. And Cordeel, who was looking good for the win, is now down to 4th. As we now try and stay on the rear of Dennis Hauger. We've got a mini objective to get past him. The team want us ahead of Dennis. They're not willing to watch us sit behind him. They want me to attack, so it's time to attack the MP Motorsport driver. And we've got Victor Martins dead ahead of him. I'm not close enough to have a go there, unfortunately, and I think that's probably one of my best opportunities, if not into one. But the problem with going into one, like I said, DRS train, so that's going to make it very difficult. I'm going to try and set up a go down the inside of Hauger at this corner. I don't know if we're going to be close enough to do it. But we're going to give it a go down the inside, and Hauger, he gives me the space, but he's managed to keep the inside, so we're going to switch back here and take the inside, giving up an under, and we make that work, but we're still side by side with Hauger. He is not giving this up easy. Hauger has the inside line, I have the outside line here. Not really a conventional overtake that you see, but I'm still going for it. We're still side by side. Hauger not giving it up. And I think we have to concede there. But what a fight that was. Hauger really not making this easy as we now come to the DRS point. The beauty is he doesn't have DRS now. We do. And around the outside we go, sweeping round into 1. And I think we've taken P7. Yes, we have. Hauger is still there, though. He is not willing to give this up. But we have taken P7. Hauger got backed up fighting us, and that is how he lost the DRS, and we were able to take advantage up into P7. I think we're going to see Kush Miney lock up a little bit here. Yeah, Miney's locked up, and very lucky not to go straight for the wall there. So he lives to fight another day. 3 laps to go, and we have caught the pack. How many more positions can we gain? As we are now right on the back of Victor Martins. We've kind of left Dennis Hauger for chips here. So now we've got Victor Martins dead ahead of us. Hauger is outside of DRS threat. So, yeah, we've dropped him quite a bit. But he should start gaining on us now that we're right behind this pack. And we're having a look at Victor Martins for 6. His tyres seem to be gone. He just seems to be struggling a little bit here. And this is setting us up nicely for my favourite overtaking place here. Martins not quite as gracious as Hauger was. He's still alongside, and he's taking the tight line. We're going to try and go around the outside of Victor Martins, and we make that work. What a move.
Nice move.
And that would have caught the French driver off guard just a little bit. He's our nearest driver in the championship, don't forget. So he would have been hoping to get a couple of points on me, but that's just not happened at all. We've got past him, and now we're going to start applying the pressure to Théo Pourchaire. And we've had many a collision with him this season, haven't we? Twice we've removed his front wing. Hopefully we're not going to see a third collision here as we come round the banking for the penultimate time. There's not really going to be an opportunity into one. There might be a move into one available to us because we've got a run on Théo Pourchaire, and we're going to take a dive down the inside and take P5. Pourchaire might fight that back. He is fighting that back, but there's going to be no way he comes out on top of that one, and we take P5 from Pourchaire. Can we do anything about Cordeel in the closing stages of this race? Is an opportunity around our favourite overtaking place going to arrive. I think we're a little bit too far behind to make it work for now, But if we can set up a great run out of the long right-hander, which we have, get a good run through here, which we have, it might be worth a go. We're going to take a go. Cordial gives us the space. We're side by side with Cordial. What is he going to do? He takes the inside line, but we're dancing round the outside, and we take P4. What a move on Cordial, and we put ourselves into 4th place, 1 position away from the podium. And if any of these 3 make a mistake, we will take that place from them. Heading round to the penultimate corner now. Are we going to be able to gain anything more? No, we're not. Fred Vesti is going to take the win. It's going to be Fittipaldi in 2nd, Bearman in 3rd, and we hold on to 4th. What a final lap that was.
Right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
That's a fantastic performance from Prema. It hardly looked in doubt.
It might not be the same points as the feature race, but it is the same podium, and they get to wave at the fans from it.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again, as I can see the drivers beginning to make their way out for the celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today. All this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race.
Wow, what a finish to that race. It got a bit quiet in the middle, but we made it work towards the end. Vesti gets the win, Fittipaldi 2nd, Bearman 3rd, we move up to 4th, Cordial ends up finishing 5th, and then it's Pourchaire, Martins and Hauger rounding out the top 8. That last lap, we really went for it, and we gained 2 places as a result. Can we win the feature race? Who knows, but in the championship, it's really looking good for us here, and I think we could clinch it in Monza.
Welcome back to Formula 2, where the tension is building for what promises to be another exciting race here in the Netherlands. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of the 2.6-mile lap, which will... Let's take a look at the grid positions for today's race. Sunshine lines up on pole position, and it's Jan de Ruvela in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hauger, Martins, Teo Pourchaire, Benavides, Bearman, Vesti, Cordial, Enzo Fittipaldi, Leclerc, Miney, Ayumu Awase, Jack Crawford, and for sure, Boschon, Maloney, Clement Novalak, Doohan, Stanek, Hadjar, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. Hello one, hello all.
It's race day here. We're on pole position, and the alternative strategy is the favoured strategy to go for here. We have 20 laps of Zandvoort to decide this feature race. We're on pole once again. Can we do what we did in Spa and convert pole to win? We are underway here at the Zandvoort circuit, and de Ruvela's not got away well. It's Dennis Hauger though with the best getaway. I'm in an MP sandwich as Hauger goes round the outside, takes the lead. De Ruvela's on the inside. De Ruvela's got through as well. It's an MP 1-2 off the start, and we've dropped to P3. I think it was a little bit too lenient at the start, and Victor Martins has forced his way down the inside of the bank corner. We've lost 3 places off that start. It was not a great start. We were so busy covering de Ruvela, we didn't notice that Hauger was coming through, and then de Ruvela snuck through on the inside when I was trying not to hit Hauger. So MP orchestrating that start to perfection, and we are down to 4th. But Hauger leads, Daruvla 2nd, Martin's 3rd. We're sat in 4th, and Behrman's right behind. And we've hit that curve a bit too hard, and it's cost us momentum. One thing I'm thinking here is if we pit the same lap as one of the MPs, the other one will stay out a lap later, we can undercut them, and that's a podium. But we don't want to settle for a podium. However, overtaking round here is very difficult. But we got 18 more laps to figure that out, and we have DRS open now. So there is going to be opportunities coming to us. Staying on the back of Victor Martins then, there's nothing really we can do for now. But if we get a good run out of the right-hander, we might be able to have a go at our favourite move from the sprint race. However, we're not really close enough. Right, end of lap 3. We're so much closer to this pack, and we are just dropping Oliver Behrman a little bit here. Behrman may wish to push harder to try and keep up, because if he loses touch, it's going to be very hard for him to have a go at us, and he might have to defend from Pourchaire. But Victor Martins is having to defend from us. He's gone to the inside, we've gone to the outside, but we've gone a bit deep, and that's given Martins the inside. But we've now got a better exit as a result. Where is Martins? Does he concede? I think he has to concede. So that was a good move on Victor Martins to take P3, and now we can start bothering the 2 MP Motorsport cars out front, who are currently leading the way. But I tell you what, we're setting up a run, aren't we? We're setting it up. We might be able to have a go at Daruvla here. How close are we? I don't think we're close enough. At the same time, is he thinking about Hauger? No, he's not. Hauger's defending a little bit there. And Daruvla's gone wide! Daruvla's gone wide! And that has cost him P2. And I've just said thank you very much. I will have that from you. Cheers and goodbye. Thank you, XOXO. Right, Martins also moves up to 3rd. Daruvla dropping from 2nd to 4th. And now Hauger's dominant MP, well, the dominance of MP ends here, because they were dominating this race. But that now ends here, because Hauger has only got me behind him now. And we're not shy to have a go. Oh, we made a mistake. We've gone wide too. We've gone wide too, and we nearly lose the car. That's something we could ill afford. And now we've got to push on for it. Back within the DRS of Dennis Hauger now, after pushing very hard through the first couple of sectors. Hauger's not had as strong a lap this time, and we're now right within his DRS, so we're in a prime position to attack. We might not get anything done on this straight, but the pit straight, we might have opportunities there. So let's brake as late as we dare and take as much speed as we can through the slow corners. We're close, but I don't think it's going to be close enough for an attempt this lap. However, it might bring us that little bit closer to having a go. Right, end of lap 9. Hauger leads. We're in 2nd. DRS is open. How much can we gain? The answer is not quite enough yet. Surely, at the end of this lap, the move is on. Round the banking. Here we come. Hauger has led this entire race, but it looks like we're about to see a change of the lead. Here we go, getting closer and closer. Hauger covers. Hauger has covered, and we haven't been able quite to get it done there. But Hauger doing a good job of holding on for now. And I think that's Zane Maloney going up in smoke. It is Zane Maloney going up in smoke. And he's been hit by Ralph Boschung. Maloney's blowing up. He's out of the race. And Boschung does not have a front wing. So that could end up being potential safety car territory here. But Zane Maloney's out of the race. Are we going to be keeping this under? Oh, virtual! Virtual safety car. Well, that neutralises things. Now, by Formula 2 regulations, you are not allowed to make your pit stop under the virtual safety car. So if you make a pit stop, it will not count. So Boschung is unlucky because he's got front wing damage, but he will have to stop again. So that has saved Hauger's bacon until the pit stops, because we've had a great chance at getting past him there. but the safety car, or the virtual safety car, has put pay to that. Boschong has pitted, so for sure he will have to pit again, and I'm trying to make sure that we don't go over the delta. Right, green flag. We are racing again here at Zandvoort, and once again putting Dennis Hauger under pressure, but he's caught napping a little bit there. We've got a lot closer to him than we have been. Is the yellow flag into this corner? No, it isn't, but we nearly lose it on the curb. And Boschong's car will be to Maloney's car even to the right there, so Maloney has pulled off. So a few are pitting, but most of them are staying out. Right, in we go. Oh, I think we overshot that. I think we ran over our mechanic there. We're getting the new tyres on. We are having to wait, but we're out ahead of Hauger. We have got the lead. We have got the effective race lead here at Zandvoort. We've jumped Dennis Hauger in the pits, and that is P1. Well, effectively, but of course the rest of the pack will have to make a pit stop. And not only are we clear of Hauger, but we're over a second clear. So this is why we've got the yellow flag. It is Kush Miney, and Miney has spun it. Miney is facing backwards at quite a critical part of the circuit. Are they going to call a red flag? If they do it now, it is fatal to my race. And they have called the red flag at the worst possible moment. High drama here at Zandvoort as the red flag gets called. Wow, okay, where does that leave us? P11. That red flag has ruined my race. We got 5 laps to go in what was a hugely dramatic twist here at Zandvoort. But we're back underway again, and that effective race lead I had is now gone. Benavides goes off into turn 1. That might back things up a bit. I'm trying to gain places. I've gained 1 at the expense of Amory Cordial, trying to gain another one on Novalak now. But that has turned the race on its heels. And from a certain victory, we are now down in P11 with it all to do. Wow, that has really changed the face of the race. We're trying to go around the outside of Novalak here. I'm really not waiting around now. I've got to get these moves done. I have to take risks. And we are up into 9th. That has really, really changed this race. I cannot believe that has just happened. Also, that front left tyre is looking a bit angry. You just wouldn't believe it, would you? Now I'm right on the back of Isaac Hadjar, a driver I didn't think I'd be fighting in this race. But boy, that's changed, put the whole thing on its knees. We're having a go at Hadjar. And we have made contact. I don't know if that's damaged our wing or not. I don't think it has. It hasn't. That was just the slightest of slight knocks. But we weren't able to get it done there. Oh, the frustration is building now because I shouldn't be here if we can build enough of a run. And I think we're building it. Yes, we are. We're getting closer and closer to Isaac Hadjar. We set a purple final sector. We're going to take the dive down the inside. And we just make that work. Hadjar really caught off guard by that. But we move up into P8. Next up is Brad Benavides in 7th. That line isn't going to help anything. But this sucks. Because we were supposed to be going for the lead. We were robbed by the timing of that red flag. If only it was a moment later, that would have really worked for us. Such as it wasn't, and it hasn't. And Ralph Boschong has been disqualified for not using for not taking his mandatory stop. Now you'll remember there was a mandatory stop. Now you'll remember on lap 11, he came in under the virtual safety car to change his wing. That doesn't count as your mandatory stop, so Ralph Boschong gets disqualified. Meanwhile, we're hunting down Brad Benavides. Is there going to be an opportunity? I feel there might be one place we can do it, but it's not going to be here. We might be able to have a go into the final DRS zone if we can find a way to get close enough. I'm just giving it everything here. What have I got to lose? Power down as early as I dare, and I don't think we're close enough. We are really not close enough, so unfortunately it's gonna be P8 for us. I'm trying to find ways through and pushing hard there. Nope, not a way through there. So it's gonna be P8. That should have been a win. We were robbed by the timing of that red flag. But it happens in racing. Some you win, some you lose. And the big winner today, I think, was our teammate Richard Verschoor. But it's P8 for us. And that is a huge disappointment.
Drivers can see and hear their home fans behind the wheel. Don't believe anyone who tells you they can't. You know they're out there, and it gives you something extra.
As they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the Van Amersfoort team. Van Amersfoort aren't afraid to take risks on new talent, and it certainly looks like it paid off today. Fantastic work. After all this drama,
a dramatic race ends in Richard Verschoor getting a home win. Fixing much? I'm kidding. I'm not that bitter. But Richard Verschoor, our teammate, gets a home win. A little bit gifted, maybe. But at least he gets to celebrate with his home crowd. He started 15th as well. That is insane. Arthur Leclerc then gets second. What a great result for him. He'll be chuffed with that. And as I'm a Charles Leclerc fan, I'm glad to see his brother do well. Victor Martins then gets on the podium and is able to take a bite out of our championship lead. De Ruyveler is 4th, Behrman is 5th, Fittipaldi is 6th, Benavidez 7th, we're 8th, and then it's Hadjar and Hauger, who admittedly led most of the race until he pitted in. And then we took him under the pits. He gets a single point, so I'm sure he's going to feel a bit hard done by that as well. So in the championship standings, that closes Victor Martins back down to 35 points. But it gives us a great chance still to wrap things up in Monza. Oliver Behrman is 3rd in the standings, and it's Théo Pourchaire, Vesti, De Ruyveler, Hauger, Verschoor, Awasa and Fittipaldi completing the top 10. That was insane. That red flag could not have come at a worse time for us, but it keeps the championship that little bit open, and if it goes wrong for us in Monza, it really gives us a cracking finale for Abu Dhabi. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care, and I'll see you all soon.